Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. This time, we're taking a closer look at something that's super important for any young footballer looking to go pro.
You got it. We're diving deep into the world of football finances, really going beyond just what happens on the pitch.
Exactly. And you know what? We're focusing specifically on how those commercial deals can really boost a player's earning potential.
It's something that's often overlooked, but can be absolutely crucial for building a successful career in football.
We've got some really interesting insights and real-world examples to share today.
Yep. We'll be looking at how some of the biggest names in football, like Messi and Ronaldo, built their empires. It's a fascinating story, and there's a lot we can learn from their journey.
So are you ready to find out how to turn your young player into a commercial powerhouse? Stick around.
Okay. It all starts with understanding that a player's income isn't just about their salary. Smart commercial deals can really amplify their earnings.
And you know what? That extra income can be huge in supporting a young player's development. Think about it. Top-notch training, expert coaching, even travel to those important tournaments.
It's all about providing the resources they need to reach their full potential.
Okay, so give me an example. What kind of deals are we talking about here? What comes to mind?
Well, look at David Beckham's lifetime deal with Adidas. Back in 2003, he landed a deal worth $160.8 million.
Wow, that's a serious amount of cash.
And you know what's even more impressive? He got that deal before he even hit peak fame. It just shows you the potential these commercial deals have early on in a player's career.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But how do players like Beckham, Messi, and Ronaldo land these incredible deals? What's the secret sauce?
It's all about building a brand. Think of it as crafting a story that resonates with fans and turns a player into something more.
More than just an athlete.
Exactly. They become a personality, a brand people want to be associated with. That's the real magic.
So they're not just selling their skills on the pitch, they're selling an image, a lifestyle.
You got it. And it's done strategically. Look at Messi with Adidas and Ronaldo with Nike. Their chosen brands align perfectly with their image and values.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Nike, they really emphasize performance, right? Which fits Ronaldo's whole persona perfectly, while Adidas embodies that team spirit that resonates with Messi. These choices, they're not accidental. They're telling a story, painting a picture.
So if I'm guiding a young player, I need to be thinking about crafting their story, figuring out what makes them unique, what makes them stand out and appeal to those big brands.
Absolutely. It's all about identifying those strengths, both on and off the field.
Okay, so let's say you've got a young player who's really dedicated, works harder than anyone else, or maybe they're known for being a true team player, always putting the team first.
Exactly. Those qualities can be highlighted. They can be woven into their brand narrative.
It's like finding those unique qualities, even those little things, and then building a story around them.
You got it. And then you need to understand how these deals work, especially in the context of the clubs they're playing for.
Okay, so let's talk about that. What about those kit sponsorships? You know, the ones where companies pay huge amounts to have their logo on a team's jersey.
Ah, those are massive. Kit sponsorships generate a ton of revenue for clubs. And that money, it ultimately benefits the players.
Right, because the more financially stable a club is, the more they can invest in their players. I was looking at some of these deals, and the numbers are insane.
For real. Manchester United, for example, they secured a deal with Adidas worth a staggering $906 million.
No way.
Yeah, it really highlights the scale of these partnerships and the impact they have.
Okay, that's mind-boggling. But how does a young player even get on the radar of these clubs with these huge deals? What are they looking for?
It boils down to a few things. Talent, for sure. Potential, of course. And then there's marketability. But it's also about understanding those finer points of player contracts.
You mean all the legal stuff?
Yeah, but it's more than just legalities. It's about negotiation. Understanding the scope of work, the compensation, and especially those tricky exclusivity clauses. You want to make sure the player's contract doesn't limit their ability to sign other deals.
So they're not locked in and missing out on opportunities.
Exactly. You need to be a savvy negotiator, looking out for those potential pitfalls.
So parents need to be in the know. They really need to understand the ins and outs of these contracts, make sure they protect their players' interests, and really help maximize their earning potential. What are some key things they should be watching out for?
Well, let's start with Exclusivity clauses. You really got to watch out for those. They can be sneaky.
Okay, so what exactly is an exclusivity clause, and why are they such a big deal?
Imagine this. You've got a young player who signs a deal with, let's say, a sportswear company. Sounds great, right? But then, buried in the fine print, is a clause that says they can't endorse any other brands in that category.
So even if a fantastic opportunity comes along, something that's a perfect fit for them, they're stuck.
Exactly. They're locked in, even if it's not the best move for their career in the long run.
So how do you avoid getting trapped by these clauses?
It's all about reading those contracts carefully and having a good lawyer who specializes in sports law. They can help spot those tricky clauses and negotiate better terms for the player.
So you're saying it's not enough to just have a general lawyer. You really need someone who understands the ins and outs of sports contracts.
Absolutely. Someone who knows the industry, knows the precedents. It's like having a coach for the business side of things.
Okay, so contracts are super important, but they're just one piece of the puzzle. How do young players even find these commercial deals in the first place? It's not like Nike's just going to magically appear at their doorstep, right?
Well, no, not usually. That's where building a strong network comes in. Attending industry events, connecting with agents, even using social media to showcase their talent and personality. It's all about getting their name out there in those right circles.
It's like creating a buzz, right? Making sure the right people are seeing what they can do.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where agents can play a big role.
Speaking of agents, how important are they in this whole process?
Honestly, agents can be incredibly valuable, especially as a player starts gaining some traction.
So they're not essential right from the very beginning.
Not necessarily, no, but as their career progresses, agents can really help. They've got those connections, they know the industry inside and out, and they can negotiate on the player's behalf.
Makes sense. So they can handle that business side of things. So the player can focus on what they do best, playing football.
Right. But even with an agent, building that network is still important.
Okay, so it's like a team effort. The player, the family, the agent, all working together.
Exactly. And remember, building a network isn't just about shaking hands and meeting people. It's about creating valuable content that attracts attention.
Oh, I like that. So what kind of content are we talking about here?
Think high-quality highlight reels, engaging social media posts, maybe even blog articles or interviews that give a glimpse into their insights and perspectives.
It's almost like building a personal brand, a mini media empire around them.
You got it. And that's where creativity can really make a difference. Finding unique ways to tell their story, capturing the attention of fans and brands.
And speaking of creating a buzz, we can't ignore the power of social media in all of this. It's become such a dominant force, especially for young athletes.
It's huge. Social media can be an incredibly powerful tool for building a player's brand. It allows them to connect directly with fans, share their journey, and show their personality off the pitch.
It's like giving them a voice, a platform to share their story with the world.
Right. It's a direct line to their audience.
But it can also be a bit of a minefield, right? I mean, one wrong post can damage a player's reputation in an instant. Yeah, it seems like a lot of responsibility for a young person to handle.
It's true. Social media can be a double-edged sword. That's why it's crucial to use it responsibly and strategically. Parents and mentors play a really important role in guiding young players.
So it's not just about letting them post whatever they want. There needs to be some guidance.
Definitely. Helping them understand how to use these platforms effectively and safely.
So setting some boundaries, maybe creating a content strategy together.
Yeah, and even considering professional help to manage their online presence.
It's almost like another aspect of their training regimen, social media training for the modern athlete.
Exactly. Because in today's world, their online presence is just as important as their performance on the field.
You know, so far, we've been painting a pretty optimistic picture of this whole world of commercial deals and building a brand, but I'm sure it's not all sunshine and roses.
Of course not. There are definitely downsides and potential pitfalls that parents and young players need to be aware of. Not every commercial deal is a good deal.
That makes sense. You don't want to just jump at the first offer that comes along.
Right. It's crucial to be discerning and look out for those red flags. Some deals might offer quick cash, but end up compromising a player's long-term brand or even their values.
So short-term gain, but potential long-term pain. What are some specific red flags to watch out for?
Well, contracts with restrictive clauses that limit future opportunities are a big one.
So similar to those exclusivity clauses we talked about earlier.
Exactly. And then there are deals that require endorsements that don't align with the player's values.
So they might be asked to promote something they don't actually believe in?
Right. Or maybe they're partnering with a company that has a questionable reputation. Those are all warning signs.
It's like doing your homework, really understanding who you're getting into bed with.
Exactly. Due diligence is key. And always, always have a trusted legal professional review any contract before signing anything.
Okay, so that's legal advice we've heard a couple of times now. Don't just sign on the dotted line without getting a professional opinion.
It's crucial. It could save you a lot of headaches down the road.
It sounds like clear communication is vital throughout this whole process,
Yeah.
making sure the young player really understands what they're signing and the implications it might have.
Absolutely. It's about empowering them, helping them make informed decisions about their career and their brand.
So it's not just the parents and the agents calling the shots. The player needs to be involved to understand what's going on.
Exactly. It's their career after all.
All this talk about money and deals, it reminds me of another important aspect of a player's development that often gets overlooked: financial literacy.
You're so right. It's one thing to land those big, lucrative deals, but managing that money wisely, making it last, that's a whole different ballgame.
It's like that saying, easy come, easy go.
Exactly. Without the right knowledge and skills, even a large sum of money can disappear pretty quickly.
So what are we talking about here? What does financial literacy look like for a young athlete?
It's about understanding budgeting, saving, and investing. Planning for the future. Understanding that a football career isn't forever. They need to prepare for life after they hang up their boots.
So it's not just about spending their earnings on fancy cars and designer clothes.
No. It's about thinking long-term, building a secure future.
So teaching them about saving, responsible spending, maybe even the importance of giving back through philanthropy.
All of that. It's about instilling good financial habits early on, helping them develop a healthy relationship with money.
It's an investment in their long-term well-being, not just their financial well-being.
Exactly. And parents and mentors, they can play a huge role in all of this.
This deep dive has really opened my eyes to how much goes on behind the scenes in the world of football. It's so much more than just what happens on the pitch.
It's a complex ecosystem, but with the right guidance and support, young players can navigate it successfully and achieve those big dreams.
We've covered a lot of ground already. Building a brand, navigating those commercial deals, understanding contracts, the power of social media, even the importance of financial literacy. But we're not done yet. We've talked a lot about the more traditional aspects of these commercial deals, sponsorships, contracts, that kind of thing. But I'm curious, what's on the horizon? What are some of those emerging trends that are shaping the future of these deals,
Yeah.
especially for these young players?
Well, one of the most interesting trends, I think, is the rise of players as media companies. They're really starting to take ownership of their content and their brand, moving beyond just relying on those traditional media outlets.
So they're not just athletes anymore. They're becoming content creators,
Awesome.
storytellers, entrepreneurs even.
Exactly. Think personal websites, YouTube channels, podcasts, even producing their own documentaries. It's all about building platforms to connect directly with their audience. They're kind of bypassing those traditional gatekeepers.
It gives them so much more control over their narrative, their brand, but it also requires a whole different skill set, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's not just about being good at football anymore. It's about understanding digital media, content creation, even marketing. But the potential rewards, they're huge.
And it's not just about control. It's about building that direct relationship with fans, fostering loyalty, and creating opportunities that go beyond those traditional sponsorships.
Exactly. This shift towards player-owned media, it's a real game changer.
Speaking of game changers, I've been hearing a lot about NFTs and the metaverse. Seems like everyone's talking about it these days, but honestly, I'm still a little fuzzy on how it all works.
Yeah, it can be a little confusing, but the potential for athletes, it's massive. NFTs, those non-fungible tokens, create all these new ways for players to engage with fans and monetize their brand.
So we're talking about digital collectibles, exclusive content, maybe even virtual meet and greets in the metaverse. Sounds so futuristic.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's happening now. Imagine a young player offering limited edition digital trading cards or hosting a virtual training session in the metaverse. The possibilities, they're endless.
It sounds like these technologies have the potential to completely revolutionize how players connect with fans and build their brand. It's exciting stuff.
It really is. It's pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
But with all this focus on business and technology, is there a risk of losing sight of the game itself?
That's a valid concern. It's about finding that balance. Commercial opportunities, they're important, but the love of the game, the passion, the sportsmanship, that should always be at the core.
It's about staying grounded, remembering why they started playing in the first place. And that's where parents and mentors play such a crucial role, right?
Absolutely. Guiding young players, helping them stay true to their values, and ensuring those commercial aspects don't overshadow their love of the game.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. We started by looking at the power of commercial deals and ended up exploring the future of the game itself.
It's been quite a journey, and I hope our listeners feel empowered to help their young players excel not just on the pitch, but to really become savvy business people, building those successful and fulfilling careers.
I know I've learned a ton. I think the key takeaway for me is that success in modern football, it goes beyond just talent and hard work. It requires a holistic approach, developing those skills, building a brand, understanding the business side. It's a whole package.
And remember, it's not just about the money. It's about creating a legacy, making a positive impact, and leaving a lasting mark on the beautiful game.
To all those parents and mentors out there, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The future of football is incredibly bright. It's full of opportunities for those who are ready to seize them.
That's right. The journey might be challenging, but with passion, dedication, and the right guidance, your young player can achieve their dreams both on and off the pitch.